Well, here I am at the entrance to Inks Lake State Park, and I gotta say, I'm getting kind of interested by this place because there are some really cool rock formations. Of course, we all love rocks, so I'm gonna go on here a ways and see what else we find, and then we're gonna take the part of the lake trail and go down and then connect with the woodland trail. So it should be, 3.5, 4 miles. So it'll be a nice hike. Yeah, this is a place called Stumpy Hollow. It was created in 1938 when Inks Lake Reservoir was finished. It's a wildlife viewing area. Because they cut a lot of trees, there are many stumps below water level. So that's where you get the name Stumpy Hollow. There's a private camp called Camp Longhorn across the way. When you get to places like this, it's really hard to keep track of where the trail is. There's got to be a marker around here somewhere. Oh yeah, there it is. Now the real fun begins, trying to stay on trail while going over masses of rock. But first, gotta get through the mud puddle. Actually, a good test for my new Solos. Supposed to keep the feet dry inside and out. This is my first hike with them, and I gotta say, they do keep my feet dry inside. No noticeable sweating at all. So I seem to have missed the turnoff back there somewhere, but I did manage to re-find it. And as you can see, all basically you're walking on out here is just a lot of rock. So there are many places where you can miss the trail. Now they do have some things, green dots on some rocks. So if you watch for those, that helps. And every now and then you'll see a brown marker sticking up, so that makes a difference too. But this is a beautiful spot. Just take a look here. I know there are those of you who just see desolation here because of the lack of green plants and tall trees. I just happen to really like rocks and cliffs and vast expanses of flat rock. And these wide open skies convey a feeling of limitless possibilities. I have a special place in my heart for the living things in these landscapes. They are survivors. Oh, look, I think there's a little stream up ahead. Time to enjoy the sound of water. I've been seeing some of these vernal pools along the way. These shallow dents in the rock linger after precipitation, and they provide habitat for worms, flies, and dragonflies. You know, from December 22nd, 2023 through December 25th, this area got a little over 2 2/3 inches of rain. So that's why I'm seeing so many of these water features. Christmas was 3 days ago, though, and so I'd expect most of the trail surface to be dry and not have this water appearing like it's flowing onto them from the pools. So I'm not totally sure, but there could also be some springs at work here, too. You will see a lot of dead trees along the eastern side of the Woodland Trail. In the summer of 2018, a fire from a nearby private property jumped the road and burned about 300 acres. So I wanted to check the temperature, right? And I've got one of these little temperature things. This has got a whistle on it too, but I don't know if I'd ever use that. But the problem is, even with my sunglasses on that have a diopter in them, I can't read it. I need to have a magnifying glass plus the diopters. And that's how it is with a lot of stuff these days. When you get instructions, for example, on technology stuff, this print is so small that I have to put on my glasses and then go find my magnifying glass. But this place is pretty cool. It's quiet, a lot of neat rock formations. Not right here, but in other places. Now here's some interesting looking berries. It took a lot of violent earth actions to create the rock you see along these trails. Billions of years ago, alternate layers of coarse and then fine sediment accumulated in a sea near the continent. Then collisions of continents and tectonic plates put those sediments through a squeezing, burying, and heating process, eventually creating gneiss. That's GNEISS out of the sediments. The predominant rock you see all along these trails is gneiss. You can tell this type of rock by the stripes of minerals making up its surface. And quartzite, which comes from sandstone quartz, is very prevalent in the gneiss under and along these trails. Keep your eyes down and you'll be amazed at how many quartz crystals and quartz veins you'll see. I was trying to think of a way to overall describe this trail, and the word that comes to mind is rocky. You will be among some of the oldest rocks on the planet if you take these trails. Not only are they plentiful, but they came in a vast array of sizes and shapes. You definitely won't get bored, and if you like rocks as much as I do, you'll have a blast. Now, I did this hike a few days after Christmas and saw 12 people and a dog. Since that was a holiday week, I suspect there were more people here than normally on a Thursday in winter. In fact, one group appeared to be an extended family out for some nature time. Everybody seemed to be enjoying themselves, and one guy was running the trail. In fact, he passed me about 3 times. I don't hike very fast because I like to really immerse myself in the environment. And yeah, I do take a lot of pictures and videos, so that slows me down too. But just in general, on a hike like this, I do about 3/4 of a mile an hour. Of course, I can go a lot faster if I have to, like daylight is fading or there are serious storm clouds looming. But at my age, I'm not out to set any records, and unlike at earlier times in my life, every day is now about the journey, not the destination. If you've hung in there this far, thanks for tuning in. It would mean a lot if you hit the like button, and mean even more if you subscribe and stop back another time. Happy trails to you.